Hello, greetings everybody from Brian, your YouTube enthusiast fan of This Is What Brian Thinks Adventures. Happy early Saturday, December 3rd of 2022. I thought it would like to provide a wonderful year in review update and talk about some of the amazing accomplishments, what I had accomplished over this last year of 2022, and also what I am also planning to accomplish this year of 2023, as well as the following next year of 2024, 2025, and beyond. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, is that I have been working very hard in my job with the Loblaw City Market since the end of this September of this past fall. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, my supervisor has said to me, and I respectfully want to say, is that I'm so quick getting the stock all on the shelf in excellent condition. In fact, he says I'm the fastest, the quickest, and I work very hard and do what's right. In fact, of all the positive things, what has really happened over this past year of 2022 is that I've been very understanding last spring and over this past summer when I had to temporarily delay my trips until I got my job issue well situated, as well as getting my school schedule back up and running. Now, for those of you who would like to know, is that I have to respectfully want to say is that this past summer, before and after Canada Day, I did a ride by on my bike. Did a ride by passing by my old school, LY Cairns, at the end of last year. To say hello to everybody. Wish everyone a safe, fun, safe summer at the end of last year. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, is that today, after work, my mom and we got our passports updated at London Drugs at Southgate after I went to the craft sale at the Butterdome near the University of Alberta, not far from the University Transit Centre, outside the University LRT station, as well as not far from Health Sciences Jubilee area of Health Sciences Jubilee Station. So that turned out to be a very wonderful afternoon. In fact, for those of you who would like to know, is that I got to do something very wonderful this over this past summer as well. After Canada Day last July, 5.5 months ago, I got to attend the Street Performance Festival in Sir Winston Churchill Square. And at the beginning of the opening of the Street Performance Festival, I was interviewed on the Global News Edmonton, and I was on TV. And that really happened to me this summer as well. In fact, I did the very responsible thing of all, is that I had let my friends in Calgary know I had temporarily postponed my Calgary Stampede visit for one more year last summer in 2022 to this coming summer of this year, July 2023, as well as this upcoming summer in 7 months from now, this July of this year in 2023 coming up, as well as the following upcoming summer of next year of 2024 and the following summers to 2025 in 2 years from that time. Most of all, I want to tell you is that something very wonderful I got to do with my mom at the end of last July of this past summer. We went to Heritage Festival in Hawrelak Park, and we saw Weiger at Heritage Festival in Hawrelak Park in one of the Weiger pavilions. So I made a YouTube video of the dancers, so I posted that and took some pictures and also made a YouTube video of that as well. So I also have the link down below as well. And for those of you who would like to know is that I got to film one of the new ETS 2022 Proterra buses later on this past July, 5.5 months ago. Almost feels like 6 months if you ask me. And those of you who would like to know is that at the end of last summer, after the kids started going back to school, I saw DC League of Super Pets on Cheap Day at Landmark Cinemas in Tamarack. And after the movie, I saw my friend Kashan and also met his mom, Tatiana, as well. And hopefully one day, who knows, I might do a YouTube video of Tatiana's cab, because she does a yellow cab as well. So I'm going to get that situated too and figure out a time as well. In fact, my mom got an email from Charlene and said her son goes to my old school of LY Cairns, where I went to for junior high and senior high school for 8 years, a long time ago. And he's also a fan of my YouTube videos, is also a fan of me and would like to meet me in person sometime in between my work, school, as well as my Special Olympics bowling. And for those of you who would like to know is that after I started working for Loblaw City Market as a self-checkout attendant, I started attending Soundwave at World Water Park for St. John in mid-October after Thanksgiving long weekend. At the same time, I started doing bowling for Special Olympics bowling. So right now, I'm heading on to my 3rd month doing bowling for Special Olympics, since I started bowling for Special Olympics in mid-October of this fall, 2 months ago. And I'm committed to do Special Olympics bowling on Sunday mornings until the end of this April of this spring, because this spring in 2023, at the end of this April, for those of you who would like to respectfully know, is I'm doing a Special Olympics bowling tournament. I'm very excited about that as well. And for those of you who would like to know, before I did Special Olympics bowling in mid-October, I got to go to the model train show at Millennium Place in Sherwood Park in September. And I also met my friend Murray from Calgary. And for those, and I also got a chance to take pictures of the model trains as well. And those of you who would like to know is that my mom, my stepdad, and I, we went to the Comic-Con at the Edmonton Expo Center at the end of this summer in the middle of September as well. So it was a lot of fun. And in fact, we're also planning to go again at the end of this summer, come next September of next fall, and next September of 2023. And I'm also wanting to let you know is that a week from today, a week from tomorrow on Saturday, December 10th, we're going to be going to the Nutcracker Ballet in the Alberta Jubilee Auditorium again this year. Since it was a lot of fun last year, year ago last December when I was doing my job hunt before I was employed with Loblaw City Market for Ice District. So I'm going to be doing that again this year too before Christmas. So excited for that as well. In fact, I also have lots of amazing goals for this year 2023 as well as next year 2024 and the following next year of 2025 as well. And for those who would like to know is that I'm going to put this very wonderful positive year in review update and make it live, so it'll come up sometime early on tomorrow in the morning, closer to the noon hour or mid-morning of tomorrow, Saturday, December 3rd. So you'll see it coming live as well. And for those of you who would like to inform is that I got to meet another one of the ETS bus drivers this past September, who was the articulated bus king when the bus route the 73 first operated. Now with the ETS is getting the winter service changes this Sunday, December 4th. 73 will be 73A, 73B Millwoods bus routes. 73A downtown and 73B downtown will be coming into effect too. So I will provide you with YouTube videos of that as well, and put the YouTube links of the articulated buses. And in fact, before that, 3-4 months ago, on Labor Day, September long weekend, on the first Sunday of September of this year, after the summer, I took a picture and went at the new Davies Transit Center bus terminal and got to visit there my first time and tried the new bus route of 6 Davies, because for those of you who would like to know is that when I was 12 years old, 13 years old, 14, 15, and 16, 45 South Gate, 6 Millgate, 6 Millwoods Town Centre, 52 Southgate, 52 downtown Strathcona and Rossdale were my very first bus routes a long time ago, before the new bus network came into effect. And those of you who would like to know is that at the beginning of this past summer of last August, before the end of this past summer of this year, a couple days after the Heritage Day long weekend, I did a YouTube video of one of the new Bombardier low-floor LRT car units being tested for the Valley Line LRT. That was supposed to be open, but the delay, so we're postponing the opening dates to an indefinite period of time. So I do have a YouTube video of the new ETS LRT Valley Line 1023 testing. I made that YouTube link at the beginning of this past August of 3, 4, 5 months ago this past summer. 4 or 5 months ago, so it feels like that as well. And I'm very excited to tell you, in fact, I hope this year I will be able to provide some very amazing trips of my adventures in Hamilton, my old place in Ontario, when I go on my visits in between my work, school, and Special Olympics bowling sometime this year in 2023, as well as the following year, 2024, 2025, as well as my GO train and GO bus trip on our Lakeshore West route and on the GO Transit in the Greater Toronto Hamilton areas, as well as the subway and the streetcar at Spadina Station, and of course me taking the subway at Union Station to St. George Station on our Young University Spadina line. And I'm very familiar with Bloor-Yonge and Bay Station and Eaton Centre already, since I am very responsible, very careful on the subway and the streetcar, always remembering the same rules as my Auntie Paula, my mom, has always said to me, that I already know is stay against the wall, behind the yellow line, stay in the middle of the platform, to allow our subway trains to come and go, on our T1 trains on our Bloor-Danforth line, and our Toronto Rocket subways at Union Station as well as St. George Station as well. Never been a situation. The same rules I always know and obey always stays the same. And during the day is a very smart time to go and a safe time to do so. Where there's lots of people, where it's hustle and bustle, it saves me less of a hassle as well. And I would like to tell you is that I'm also going to make a special closing to 2022 on Saturday, December 31st in 4 weeks. So for those of you who would like to know is that I'm going to wish you Merry Christmas Eve on Saturday, December 24th, Christmas Eve, Saturday, December 24th, and Merry Christmas on Christmas Day, Sunday, December 25th. So I will provide these links too, and I'll make them live as well. So maybe do that before or after the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day weekend comes in a couple of weeks' time as well, in 3 weeks. In fact, I hope you will all get a chance to stay tuned when I say Happy New Year's Eve on Saturday, December 31st, on the last day of 2022, and also provide an update called Closing to 2022 Update, and also hear me say Happy New Year on New Year's Day, Sunday, January 1st, with Welcome to 2023 update as well. Have yourself a good night, everyone. And this is going to be a very special video called A Wonderful Positive Year in Review. It'll be live coming up sometime tomorrow morning. Have yourself a good night. Early Saturday, December 3rd of 2022. Thank you for hearing me talking about a very wonderful positive year in review update, December 3rd, 2022. Have a good night, all.